Hello, everybody. I got something I want to talk about. It's been bugging me all week. There's two things I hate more than anything. I can't stand a bully. I cannot stand bullies whatsoever. Bullies that uh, call people names, taunting, people that start trouble, people that pick on other people, that are defenseless, just all out bullies. I can't stand them. And two, I can't stand hypocrites whatsoever. I mean, I'm not perfect, but I don't intentionally do things and then do the opposite to screw with people. I'm not, I just don't like them whatsoever. Somebody that makes promises and within the frame of mind in the back of their head, knowing that they're going to break them. Or somebody that's going to help others, knowing in the back of their mind that they're not going to. Someone that says that they're here for one thing and then do the opposite, knowing that that's what they're going to do. I can't stand it. I'm going to tell you why coming up. Stick around.
And now we interrupt, disrupt, and crash this station.
The man fighting for peace, his legacy, truth in a sea of stupid.
Filtered for your sarcastic enjoyment, Ghostgetter.
I have been a victim of this growing up, okay? Ever since the third grade. Actually, before that, I can remember going far back as my brother holding my hand across the street as I was walking across the street. I was probably Montessori age. And a bully walking up to me and spitting a loogie in my eye when I was, not old enough to cross the street. Third grade, I was attacked by kids in high school, and so on and so forth. I've had it practically all my younger years. I wasn't very strong. I was skinny. Kids in the neighborhood called me stick in the mud. As I got older, a little bit older, I wasn't very strong, so I was picked on. Plus, I was a nerd. Growing up, I didn't have a lot of friends. I can remember in junior high, the whole school not having anything to do with me at lunch, and all I would do was sit around and read books. I remember kids telling me to pay them so they can protect me and asking me to do that. I refused to. I'm not going to stoop that low. I on and on, things like that. Up to the point where in high school, I had one of the reasons I quit school and got my GED is I had a teenage bobble in class when somebody hit me in the back of the book. And then when I was a little bit older and I'd fight back at that time, I cursed him out in class, and teacher sent me to the office. This was one of these rich kids, and I didn't have much money. I didn't grow up in a family that had a lot of money. So, the principals knew this. They were more on the side of the kid that was rich. And as he sent him away out of the room, out of the principal's office, and, we had our little talk about meeting each other after school and all that, because I wasn't going to take that crap anymore from people. I'm older enough now. I don't have to put up with that. The principal decided that he was going to start trouble with me, and he told me that he was going to fail me regardless of what I do, so I might as well just quit school. And I said, what? And he said he was going to fail me anyway, no matter what I did, so I might as well just quit school anyway. And I said, what kind of a principal would encourage a student to quit school? And he just shrugged his shoulders, and he said, I don't know. So I got up and left, and I talked to the counselor, and she pretty much said the same thing. So they were on their side. So that's what I ended up doing, and I passed my GED with the highest grades in history to show them that I was smarter than anybody in that school, smarter than them, because it is virtually impossible to pass a GED. In the 90s, I had a 98, when basically they asked questions from, elementary level all the way up to college level. And I passed it with flying colors. It was so easy to me. I thought, so I just learned that I was super intelligent, had a high IQ. And this stuff was just boring and easy to me. But I showed them. And I've always done that my entire life. I've always proved people wrong. After I was homeless and pretty much destroyed my own life, that was my choice. I haven't failed at anything, and I made sure of that. No matter what happened to me, I made sure I never failed at it. In any job, if they pushed me, I made sure I pushed back and done better than anyone has ever done in that place. I made sure that when I left or I was pushed out, that place would fail, and that's pretty much what happened in every job that I've ever had. I can remember in this job when I got injured and I fractured both my tibias and my legs, I still went and worked, even though I could barely walk. I made sure that route was going to be finished. I made sure that I was going to be done. I made sure that I was not going to fail, regardless of how I felt. If I had to crawl from door to door, that's what I would do, and that's what I did. I finished out the route. But my point is, I don't like being pushed out, and I don't like to fail because I always, because of this, have tried to prove people wrong. I've always tried to prove to people that I'm better than I've ever been before. I have this saying, be better than I was yesterday while working on being better than the person I'm going to be tomorrow at the same time. I refuse to fail, and I refuse to be pushed. I push back, I fight back, and I will not stop. And it probably end up being the thing that'll kill me, because I will not. I refuse to quit, no matter what. No matter what is wrong with me, I will keep getting up. So that's my point. And that's so it irritates me when I see somebody doing what they do to other people or taunting other people. And it makes me want to stand up for them when other people can't stand up for themselves, or they won't stand up for themselves, or they're too weak to stand up for themselves. That's something I've always done on my radio shows. I know when people are lying. I know when people are taunting. I know when people are hypocrites, and I know when people are being lied to or fooled and selling snake oil, so to speak. So I try to stand up for people, and I hate it when other people are doing things when you know that their intention is for the wrong. It's in wrongdoing. Now, what I've seen this week was ridiculous. Regardless of politics, regardless of who is who, I don't like someone attacking other people that are innocent. It disgusts me. And this is pretty much my message to these dirtbags, okay? Look at this video that I have done on my phone about 2-3 weeks ago. I want you to watch this. Check it out. You want to see the biggest form of hypocrisy that was ever on this planet? I'll show you. Give me a second. Hate has no home here. Which means accept everyone, no matter who they are. Vote straight Democrat. Accept everyone, no matter who they are. Vote straight Democrat, which means only choose one thing. Okay, so my point is the hypocrisy of this whole thing. We got a whole bunch of people around spreading signs of no hate. Let's fight the bigotry. Let's fight the hatred. Let's fight the bickering and backbiting. Now, the recent ad here in Texas, which was Beto O'Rourke running for Senate, is let's fight the bigotry. Let's fight the hate. Let's get rid of all that. I looked for this ad on the internet, couldn't find it anywhere, even on his website. I did find the old ad he had, but not the newer one. And I think the reason the newer one isn't on the internet and they're taking it down, but it's still on TV. But I think the reason they're taking it down off the internet is because the recent crap that happened with Ted Cruz at a restaurant. And like I said, everybody's going to complain and say this is about politics. But to me, this is not. This is about bullying. This is about liars, and this is about hypocrites. So check out the recent ad that I posted that I have here of, well, it ain't recent, it's the first one, of O'Rourke's ad. This is a Democrat running for Senate here in Texas.
The only way for me to be able to deliver for the people of Texas is to show up in every single community, in every county, to drive to all 254 counties.
We've been in Houston, we've been in Dallas, we've been in Austin, we've been in Georgetown, DeSoto,
Waxahachie,
San Benito,
Bryan, Texas,
San Marcos, being here again in Amarillo.
Just human beings, real people making this happen.
Regardless of party or background or geography, we have to be the inspiration for our fellow Texans and our fellow Americans. No one will be taken for granted. No one will be written off.
come out and share what's on your mind, meet your neighbors. Everyone is welcome, and we really mean everyone.
We've got to work with others who sometimes don't see things just the way that we do.
We've got to do this with the power of people. We got to reject the contributions from corporations. Because you put me into this position of public trust and I serve only you. That's the beauty of the way that we're doing this campaign right now. No PACs, just people. Thank you.
First of all, there's a couple of things that irritate me about this. A few things that irritate me about this. It's a fat lie. First of all, he hasn't been to every county. 256 counties in Texas. That would mean at least 256 days. He hasn't been to every county. That's a fat lie. Second of all, regardless of party, that's another fat lie. After what I've seen happen to Ted Cruz in a restaurant and people saying it's justifiable, you don't do that to someone's wife. You don't do that to somebody in a public restaurant. That is just, that's bullying, that's taunting, especially when you're flipping people off and you're screaming in their ear and you're threatening them. That's being a bully. That's not regardless of party. That's not being together. That's not everybody's welcome. That's not caring and sharing. That's a fat lie. If I was this man and I had his voters running around doing this sort of thing, I would say, hey, my purpose of this campaign is to stop the fighting. My purpose of this campaign is to stop the bigotry, the backbiting, the hatred. And I meant it. And I'm telling you, voters, do not go out and attack others because it's wrong. But he doesn't preach that. He doesn't say a word about that. This is why I think the guy's full of crap. Now, I don't like any politician at all. I don't like him. But at least I don't see any other party besides Democrats, liberals, attacking and bullying and taunting and causing trouble. I don't see, and if you can show me that, fine. But show it to me without Antifa and all these other ones starting at first. Don't be an idiot. Use facts, okay? This is all I'm seeing. This is all I'm seeing from your media. And you can't say, well, Fox News is fake. So is CNN. Fox News lies. So does MSNBC. So does NBC. So does CBS. So does the New York Times. So does ABC. You have all these one-sided people that choose certain parties. And I see it all the time. Stephen Colbert choosing one side. Bill Maher saying that he's a libertarian. That's a bunch of crap. He attacks everybody except he's kissing up to the people that are liberal. So don't give me this crap. You know, I'm sick of the bullying. I'm sick of people being attacked. And, and they say it's justifiable. And then you have the nerve to get on TV and to run on, let's not bicker. Let's not hate. Stop the bigotry and the hate. You call other parties hateful when you're committing hate. You stand there with signs in your yard saying no hate, everyone's welcome, hate has no home here, written in several different languages. Everyone's accepted, except anyone outside Democrats. That's such hypocrisy. You people are scumbags as far as I'm concerned. And now you expect people to vote on your side. You expect people to take your side, and you wonder why you don't get the votes you want. You wonder why your party loses. You wonder why no one wants to be a part of you, because you're constantly starting a fight. I hate people that start trouble like that. And it turns me off to no end, and it makes me say, you know what? I don't want to be a part of your people. I don't want any of that stuff. I don't want to be anywhere near it. Why do I want to do what you do? Why do I want to tell people that you're killing our children in schools, let's stop guns, but you kill people in abortions? Such hypocrisy to say one thing and do another. If you, as a politician, say it's okay to abort someone, it's not a bad thing, then why is it that you have a law where if you kill a pregnant woman, you're being charged for 2 murders? No one's ever been able to answer that one. You call yourself innocent, and then you do stupid things like this.
We believe survivors! We believe survivors! We believe survivors! Beto is way hotter than you do! We believe survivors! We believe survivors! We believe survivors! God bless you!
Excuse me, let my wife through.
We believe survivors! For God, we believe survivors! 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 Sexist, racist, anti-gay! We believe survivors! We believe survivors! We believe survivors!
You people are dirtbags. You're liars, you're hypocrites, and you're bullies. You can't say, well, the man's in public position. That doesn't matter. He was in that restaurant for privacy. No one asked you to come into that restaurant. As a matter of fact, I wouldn't go into that restaurant anymore as a patron because they allow people to go in there and start trouble. If I was him, I would have called police and got you for harassment and got you kicked out for trespassing. But of course, the restaurant apparently agreed to it. So if I was him, I would tell everyone, my friends and everyone that I know, don't eat there again. He can do that because he was treated unfairly. He has the right to do so. You letting those people in there just cost your business. You can't make any excuse for it. Of course you will. You'll blame everybody else but yourselves because you people can't take responsibility for your own actions and your own decision making. I hate bullies. I can't stand bullies, and I can't stand hypocrites. All I can say about Kavanaugh is there's 3 women, 2 won't testify. No evidence from the first. Can't remember what party. She can't remember the people that were there. She can't remember exactly what date it was. She can't remember anything. No one remembers her. No one remembers the whole situation. I don't know who brought up gang rape every week. You would think someone would tell somebody and someone would know about that. That's just preposterous and ridiculous. I don't know anything about it. It's none of my business. It definitely ain't your business. As far as I'm concerned, it's the court's business. Now, Bill Clinton attacked 4 women for sexual assault. 5, including 1 he raped. Where is the protest with that? Why haven't you protested him? Why haven't you protested Anthony Weiner when he did what he did? Why haven't you protested anyone on your side that's attacked women? I'm not understanding this. This is what makes you a hypocrite. This is what makes you a bully. If you can't go out and go after someone fairly, then don't preach no hate here. Don't preach hate has no home here. Don't preach let's stop the bigotry, let's stop the backbiting, and let's stop the hatred. That, to me, coming from you, is a fat lie. This is why I will not vote for you. This is why I will have nothing to do with you. Don't come to my house expecting me to put up a sign, because I don't put up signs with hypocrites. And I don't promote hypocrisy. And I definitely don't promote bullies. this isn't the only kind of people that I can't stand. I can't stand taunters either. I can't stand people, oh, I wouldn't do anything, and then turn around and do something like a scumbag. Oh, he's so bad to me, and then you do something to taunt other people. I'm not buying this. Try selling it to someone else. It looks pretty stupid, and definitely on camera, you look like a fool. And guess what? He made you look like a fool. You wouldn't like that if someone did that to you at a restaurant. You would scream your rights. You would scream that you're being treated unfairly. You would scream that you're being bullied. You would scream that the other person's a racist. You would scream that the other person's a hater. But you're justified in doing it? Please, get your freaking facts right before you go out running your mouth, okay? I want somebody walking in there and doing this to your children. Do you want to put them through that? Do you want to put them through the fear of violence? Do you want to do that to someone else's children? Do you want someone to do that to your children? Do you want someone to do that to your wife, your mother, your husband, your family, your grandparents? Do you want people to do that to you? So why would you do it to someone else's family? It's not going to be long before someone's going to take the first shot. And then a huge civil war is going to be started. Happened in the Revolutionary War, same thing. Happened in the War of 1812, same thing. Happened in the Civil War, the same thing. You think about it. While you're standing there, we need a war, we need to fight. While you're sitting there listening to an old-ass senator that doesn't give a damn about you. None of them do. You ever heard the saying, old men start it, young men fight it? They don't care about you. All they care about is selling their product and getting you to vote for them so they can keep making more money. That's all they care about. They don't care about your family. They don't care about you. None of them has ever done anything for me except cost me money. None of them. So I don't care. But I'm telling you, when you start a war, or when you do something to set someone off, someone, or push them in a corner, someone eventually is going to fight back. And guess what? It's going to be you, your family member, or your friends that are going to get hurt, possibly even killed. You wouldn't want that with you. I wouldn't want that with me or my family or anyone. You know how ugly war is? You know how ugly this whole thing can get? Think of yourself. Think of the children. Stop thinking about your stupid, I'm fighting for my cause, because your cause could cause other people to get seriously hurt and possibly die. I'm not willing to go that route. Are you? Are you willing to sacrifice your own family, and you think that no one on your side is ever going to be touched? Think about the wars that have happened in the past. People died on both sides. Thousands of people died on both sides. And it wasn't just one of those things where, it's a gentleman's duel where we take 10 paces and turn around and shoot each other. It's nothing like that. Women, children, and men were killed in heinous ways. And it will happen again. There's a lot of fools out there, and there's a lot of maniacs out there, and they're just waiting for something like this to happen so they can do whatever they want to do. It can get very, very ugly. And when the government commits martial law, all of your rights are gone. There's no complaining at restaurants. There's no sticking your fist in the air. There will be a deadline. You will be told how much you can eat, how much you can sleep, where you can and can't work, what time you have to be there and here and there. Your water will be regulated. Your electricity will be regulated. Your family will be pushed around. And if you complain, you possibly will get shot or get a butt of a rifle upside your head. Believe me, if you think about the big picture, which you don't because your people are idiots, maybe you would get it. But you don't get it. I'm not dumb enough to go that route. Are you? Obviously you are. I'd appreciate everybody listening. And like I said, it's not only about politics, it's about bullying. And every time I see people bullying others or starting trouble, it just really crawls under my skin to no end. That's what, to me, it's about. So thanks, everybody, for watching, and I hope all is well with you. I will say I appreciate the 100 subscribers. I know it's not a whole lot, but it's a start, and I appreciate everyone doing it. Check out my website. Check out my Facebook, Patreon, Twitter, and all that on the bottom. And I will see you next time. See ya. Hey everybody, don't forget to check out Reverse 96 FM on TuneIn, Streema, and now internetradio.com.